Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's my lecture is about light and dark adaptation. Rhodopsin is an extremely sensitive molecule, so as long as the light is of low intensity, rod quickly regenerates rhodopsin and retina continue to respond to light stimuli. And in high light intensity, rhodopsin is branched as quickly as rhodopsin can be produced, making some of rod non-functional. If this happens, the cones take over. There is an automatic adjustment of retinal sensitivity to the amount of light present. This automatic adjustment is not only explained by breakdown of photoreceptor pigments, other retinal neurons are involved. At first, light adaptation. When one person passes suddenly from a dim to brightly lighted environment, the light seems intensely and even uncomfortably bright, and all we see is white light because the sensitivity of the receptors is set to the dim light. Rod and cones both are stimulated and large amount of photopigments are broken down instantaneously and producing a flood of signals resulting in the glare. After some time, when the eyes becomes adapted to increased illumination and the visual threshold rises, he sees the object around him without any discomfort. It is the mere disappearance of dark adaptation. So, light adaptation is the process in which the eyes get adapted to increased illumination. Maximum period for light adaptation is about 5 minutes. There are two causes of light adaptation. First one, reduced sensitivity of rods. During light adaptation, the sensitivity of rod decreases due to breakdown of rhodopsin and favoring cone system. Retinal sensitivity depends on the amount of chemical pigments. Within about 1 minute, the cones are sufficiently excited by bright light to take over. Visual accuracy and color vision continue to improve over the next 10 minutes. Secondly, constriction of pupil. Constriction of the pupil reduces the quantity of light rays entering the eyes. This is the figure. If a person has been in bright light for hours, large portion of photochemicals in both rods and cones will have been reduced to retinal and opsin. Furthermore, much of retinal of both rod and cones will have been converted into vitamin A. Because of these two effects, concentration of photosensitive chemical remaining in the rods and cones considerably reduced and sensitivity of eyes to light is correspondingly reduced. This is called light adaptation. Then dark adaptation. Dark adaptation is essentially the reverse of light adaptation. It occurs when a person enters a dim lighted room from a bright lighted area. Initially, blackness is seen, that is, he cannot see any object because our cone ceases functioning in low intensity light. Also, all the rod pigments have been bleached out due to bright light, and rods are initially non-functional. After some time, his eyes get adapted and retinal sensitivity increases. He starts seeing the object slowly. This decline in visual threshold is called dark adaptation. Once in dark room, rhodopsin regenerates and sensitivity of retina increases over time. During this adaptation process, reflexive changes occur in the pupil size. Thus, dark adaptation is the process by which the person is able to see the object in dim light. Maximum duration for dark adaptation is about 20 minutes, although some further decline occur over longer periods. Dark adaptation due to increased sensitivity of rod as a result of resynthesis of rhodopsin. In bright light, most of the pigment molecules are bleached, that is break down. But in dim light, it requires some time for regeneration of certain amount of rhodopsin, which is necessary for optimal rod function. Dark adaptation occurs in cones also. Secondly, dilatation of the pupil, which allow more and more light to enter the eyes. Dark adaptation consists of two parts: initial quick phase due to adaptation of cones, later slow phase due to adaptation of rods. In a person remains in darkness for a long time, the retinal and opsin in rods and cones are converted back into light sensitive pigments. Furthermore, vitamin A is converted back into retinal to increase the light sensitive pigments. The final limits being determined by the amount of opsin in the rods and cones to combine with retinal. Dark adaptation curve. It is the curve that demonstrates the relationship between the threshold of light stimulus and the time spent in dark. Which is the procedure? At first, experiment is obtained. Dark adaptation is done. Procedure. Experiment to obtain dark adaptation curve is done in a completely dark room. First, the subject is exposed to bright light in order to bleach most of the photopigments in retina. The subjects look directly in a bright flashing lights with a wavelength of 420 nanometer against the dark background for about 5 to 7 minutes. Then the bright light is switched off and the subject is in dark. Now a small dim light is produced. Immediately, the absolute threshold for detecting this dim light is determined by adjusting the intensity of light. Time interval between the switching of bright light and detection of dim light is noted. After a short time, absolute threshold is measured again. Elapsed time is noted. This procedure is repeated for about 30 minutes. When the experiment is completed, results are plotted and dark adaptation curve is obtained. Dark adaptation curve is biphasic. First part of the curve represents the threshold of photopic vision, which indicates the cone adaptation. Second part of the curve represents the threshold for scotopic vision, which indicates the rod adaptation. At first, cone adaptation. This is the first phase, which is rapid and is completed in 8 to 10 minutes. During this period, the threshold decreases by 2 to 3 log units. That is, the sensitivity of eye in dark room increases by 1000 times within 8 to 10 minutes. By this time, cone get adapted. After first phase, there is a sudden changes in slope of curve, and this point of curve is called rod cone break, which represent the point where the rod sensitivity begins to exceed the cone sensitivity, and remaining part of the curve determined by continuing adaptation of the rod. During this phase, the threshold decreases further by 5 to 6 log units. This is the sensitivity of eye in dark room increases by 1 lakh to 10 lakh times within 20 to 30 minutes. By this time, rods get adapted completely. So, second phase of the curve is slow. During this phase, there is gradual decrease in threshold and it is completed in about 20 to 30 minutes. This is the figures of dark adaptation curve. sensitivity of retina is very low first entering the darkness, but within 1 minute the sensitivity has already increased tenfolds. That is, the retina has responded to light of 1/10 of previously recorded intensity. At the ends of 20 minutes, the sensitivity has increased about 6,000-fold, and at the end of 40 minutes, it is about 25,000-fold. The early portion of the curve is caused by adaptation of the cone because all the chemical events of vision, including adaptation, occurs about 4 times as rapidly in cones as in the rods. However, cones do not achieve anywhere near the same degree of sensitivity changes in darkness as the rod do. Therefore, despite rapid adaptation, cone ceases adapting after only a few minutes, while the slowly adapting rods continue to adapt for many times, even hours. Their sensitivity increases tremendously. In addition, still more sensitivity of rods is caused by neuronal signal convergence of 100 or more rods onto a single ganglionic cell in retina. This rod summated to increase their sensitivity. In addition to adaptation caused by changes in concentration of rhodopsin or color photochemicals, the eyes has two other mechanisms for light and dark adaptation. First one is changes in pupillary size. Other mechanism is neural adaptation. When the light intensity first increases, the signal transmitted by bipolar cell, horizontal amacrine ganglion cells all are intense. However, most of these signals decrease rapidly at different stages of transmission in the neural circuit. Between the limit of maximal light and dark adaptation, the eye can change its intensity to light as much as 50 lakh to 1 million times the sensitivity, automatically adjusting the changes in illumination. An example of maladjustment of retinal adaptation occurs when a person leaves a movie theater and enters a brighter sunlight. Conversely, when a person first enters the darkness, the sensitivity of retina usually so slight even the light spot in the image cannot excite the retina. After dark adaptation, the light spot begins to register. Importance: radiologists, aircraft pilots, and others who need maximal visual sensitivity in dim light can avoid having to wait 20 minutes in dark to become dark adapted if they wear red goggles when in bright light. Light wavelengths in red end of the spectrum stimulate the rods to only a slight degree while permitting the cones to function reasonably well. Therefore, the persons wearing red goggles can see well in bright lighted area and also can see the object clearly as soon as he enters the dim lighted area. The time required for a dark adaptation is determined in part by the time required to build up the rhodopsin stores. In bright light, much of the pigments is continually being broken down, and sometimes it required in dim light for accumulation of the amount of necessary for the optimal rod functions. However, dark adaptation also occur in cones and additional factors are undoubtedly involved. Thank you for your patience hearing.